So this is a family farm. My parents farmed originally in a smaller farm close to Howick. They bought this in the early 1990s and we moved out here. Originally a pig and beef and maize farm. When I moved back to the farm in around 2013-14, we had to look at expanding, and at that point dairy was the best option. So we converted a large portion of the farm to dairy production, started small with about 450 cows and grew the business to where we were milking about 1,100 animals. Over the last 2 years, we've changed our shift a little bit and have gone into organic production. We were very happy farming commercially. I'd had a couple of ups and downs with our farming practices. We'd been attacked by white grub in our pastures, which is a little root-eating worm-like pest, and we'd thrown a huge amount of chemical at it and it had made no difference. So I'd started thinking that potentially the stranglehold we had on farming with a huge number of pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, and the synthetic fertilizers we were putting in maybe wasn't the right approach. But we hadn't been driven kind of towards an organic way of farming at that point. The change really came was when Kevin Lang, who owned Fairfield Dairy, phoned me from a boardroom in Cape Town, and he'd been in a meeting with the Woolworths guys. They said they'd lost their organic producer. He'd decided to get out of farming, and he offered me the opportunity, and from there things progressed really quickly. We had to try and get into the market quickly to ensure an element of continuity for Woolworths in their market. But that is really where things started. We were offered an opportunity, and it seemed like one of the only ways to create a niche for ourselves and to differentiate our product. Backing onto my experiences and my thinking leaning towards a more natural way of farming, I thought it was a great opportunity and decided just to grab it and run and see what happened. To get organically certified, you've got to go through a transition stage. For pastures, there's a 2-year conversion period, so you've got to stop any kind of chemical synthetic input, and you go through a 2-year process where in the 3rd year, if they're happy and everything's gone well, those pastures will then be classified as organic. There's obviously a financial implication to that, where you are having to feed your cows organically and produce everything in an organic way, but you're not getting a premium price for your product at that point, because that'll only come with the certification later on. My advice is just really try and learn about what you're passionate about. Go out there, visit farmers that are doing it, learn from their mistakes. There is a learning curve to it, and my passion more than the purely organic side of things, because there's a big difference between organic and regenerative. We try and practice a blend of organic and regenerative farming, but is go for it, try and farm regeneratively. There's a big move towards regenerative agriculture, and I believe that for us to be sustainable as farmers, that's really where we need to end up. So do as much research and YouTubing and visiting other guys, networking as you can, and then go for it, take those steps.